Talk to us, sir. Good evening to you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Niger Watch. Good evening, everybody. Those on the platform on the panel with me, those on the chat, wherever you may be, and those contributing, listening, wherever they may be. What a great day we are having. Once again, all
Okay,
protocols observed.
Shidi, I can see you already. You can turn off your camera now. Turn it off before I put it on the screen. Thank you.
So I
Go ahead,
can.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. I say once again, all protocols duly observed. Um, I think I want to follow on with this Obi Cubana issue. You see, and I want to approach it differently today. I listened to the two callers. My friend Wale, he greeted me while I'm greeting you too. Wale called our usual caller, and then I think Madam Love of God is my strength, isn't it? I can't think that is her name. You see, why I want to say this is that I'm glad this thing you played, Niger Watch, the short video clips you played about Obi Cubana. Apart from one person I know, what I watched, who was sort of trying to make a case for Obi Cubana. You see, to the entire Igbo population or majority, I wouldn't say entire because I don't know all of them. This is a heated debate now. People are lashing the man left, right, and center. I will be surprised if he survives, if he didn't throw in the towel. Why am I saying it? Why am I saying it? That Lisa Njoko, that lady, see the way he just is, he even called him the head of the Agberu now for APC, should be in the southeast. Who will go and be training boys to snatch ballot box? He said that is what they've reduced to Obi Cubana to. A self-made billionaire. Now you now go and be doing Agberu job for Tinubu. Apart from the fact that we've already known that he will not score. Even Tinubu is going nowhere in the southeast. Forget about this rigging. As long as Obi is on the ballot, it's not gonna work. Now look at that lady, and then there's the other lady. I've forgotten what they called the name. I think saying Edo lady. This one that wears dreadlock, but is based in Benin. I didn't know it's Igbo. Now look at the way they are dragging Obi Cubana. And then, first, for the avoidance of doubt, I know this is in Igbo. I would have loved whoever cares should be able to go and listen to it or find somebody to interpret it. This is something like what do I say? A highly respected Igbo program. They call it Ugumba. What they are discussing was trashing Obi Cubana. Some were even calling him, what does this man really want? Does he not know what time it is in Nigeria now, in the southeast? Who is going to convince? So the totality of, and so many things, some of them I can open my mobile phone and show you different WhatsApp group posting this Obi Cubana issue. None of them is in support. Why I have to call this out is that I remember the day Wale phoned in here that Ndibo don't even criticize their own. If it's other people, they jump in. You see, this have proved it too. And they're from tomorrow, from now till Niger Watch, if you keep tab, from now till let's say next week, you will still see people are drag. These are not even in the Igbo anymore. So it is painful because people say it's a shame. I can understand the person that said, oh, Bianca Ojuku's wife accepted position. That is Anambra State position, the ministerial slot. Though albeit a junior minister of state in foreign service, that is Anambra State slot. Some of us said, in fact, the woman should have been a political. Is the wife of Ikemba, the spiritual head of Ndi, or something like that, that he shouldn't even accept. But then now, when he accepted it to go, this after all, he was ambassador under Jonathan to Spain. So it's like he's doing a clean Anambra quota. So people said it like that. So it's not the same thing with Obi Cubana. Obi Cubana is just being reduced. If it were Tinubu nominated Obi Cubana as ambassador to one country, most people will not talk. They may say, what is this man going to do? What does he know about the diplomacy of this? But this is to go and be under Sheyi Tinubu to be distributing money from one polling unit to the other. If at all, that is what they will do. And then you start mingling with tomorrow, you go meeting with Oluomo, a billionaire like that, and the way people respect you in Igbo land, taking titles. So that is the pain people are having. Not because anybody can do the Agberu job. And look at the way people are addressing her. This YouTube I posted. It's purely an Igbo program. If anybody can play it and you get somebody who is able to translate it for you, you will be ashamed. The way they reduced him, you will say, this is the man that people are hailing. So that is to tell people that, look, when people come and shout, particularly on air, Ndi Igbo don't call out their own. Ndi Igbo don't call, because the way Wale spoke that day, Niger Watch, God bless you, bless your parents, your this. You see him now, if it's the thing pain me, because you people don't know. If there is a ethnic group in Nigeria that that do not tolerate mediocrity among their people, if you give them the chance, it's Ndi Igbo. And we voice it out. Because you can't buy anything. The good people, you can't buy them with money. We believe in bringing the best. Even if you don't have money, they will give you. For instance, to tell you, when Hope Uzodinma became number 4 and then ended up as number 1, most people did not know that Hope Uzodinma's hometown, Omoma, in Oru West or so, local government of Imo State, his hometown, you can imagine somebody who is a governor, the mansion was burnt. The Rolls Royce parked there and the other expensive cars you can imagine, they were burnt. Hope Uzodinma wasn't sleeping in Imo State. He was afraid. With all the security, he goes to Abuja. Even now, people are still suspecting. That's why it's always with Tinubu. He said he's afraid. How many states can attempt that on their governor? A sitting governor. What I'm saying here, people can phone in and tell me CM is a lie. I said Omoma, his hometown. It was widely shown then. Who can try that? Ekweremadu, deputy Senate president, was beaten in Germany. His dress torn. People said it's a shame. Ndibo dealt with him. Say, look, you can't come and be disgracing us under Buhari that is punishing us. So, in other words, we don't spare them. We don't. Ndibo don't spare. To be honest with you, I can cite example, but only that the one that come to mind. But they don't. And if you can't, we tell you, we don't spare them. So when people say maybe you consign us, we don't say it's a lie. That is lie from the pit of hell. I need an apology for this on air, because evidence are bound. Look at Obi Cubana case. This is an Igbo program dedicated for that, to insult the man. But because some people may not know, they just feel that, okay, Igbo don't condone nonsense. Pat Otomi said it the other day. He said, Nigeria should copy Igbo, that they don't expect, they don't condemn mediocrity. People should look at them. I don't know why he said it, but it's in the news and I'm not making it up. So in other words, Obi Cubana issue, as far as we are concerned, people were suggesting for you to say, you should have said, if APC come, okay, take 10 million. I wish you people were, I'm an illiterate, or maybe even if you go, you said, I believe in my business, I don't really have time to do all this. Okay, take 100 million. PDP will come, you give them. That way you remain afloat. Nobody. But for you now to dive in, people have seen Obi Cubana as number 1 enemy of Peter Obi. Obi Cubana comes from the same senatorial district as Peter Obi in Anambra State. Obi Cubana is Idemili South local government, Oba, the next town next to Onisha before you get to Newi. Peter Obi is an Ocha local government. They are bordering each other. People will now say, Peter Obi is trying to defeat Tinubu. And Obi Cubana is coming to tell people that, boy, may not join me, let's Tinubu continue. Look at the man that said, another 4 years of suffering, that Obi Cubana, you've taken your children to London or somewhere, go and pack them, then come and be telling us to vote in soft. And the most important thing is that Obi is the candidate from the north down to the south. Everybody is talking about south, southwest, northeast, northwest, north central. They said, Obi, this is your time. You were robbed the time. Now we are wiser. Then you now come and see somebody. Obi Cubana will now come. Look, if it were a local street urchin that they called, so people will not worry. They say, oh, he's so hungry, and they all this, all that, and then who is this person? He's a colorless. But you go and bring this type of person, what do you want to do? What people will be looking at is not what he tells Tinubu. They will say, oh, so this man doesn't like Peter Obi. Somebody whose brother is the person that is the beautiful bride. Everybody is in fact praying that let this man come in. Even if not everybody, at least in Niger Watch here, that is the prayer. Oh, make Peter Obi come in. That is the only man we know that can solve. Then Obi Cubana will now be carrying sack of money around and say, look, may I forget and Tinubu. This Tinubu that the wife, because this is what people are discussing. Tinubu's wife, because eventually Obi Cubana will meet Tinubu either in Aso Rock or somewhere as coordinator. They must have a meeting once. He must sit on the same table. And then you look at the wife, maybe he served them hot rice and they are eating. This is the Tinubu's wife that said they will invoke the deity, the juju of Lagos, to buy Ndibo and then seize their property. It's on record. How do you explain that to Ndibo? And now, since Tinubu came in, Igbo properties have been destroyed in Lagos. Under Buhari, it wasn't like this. Under Obasanjo, no. They are not destroying Igbo properties. Businesses, market, every time. Ndibo went to travel for Christmas last year. Their business, so one market, one plaza was on fire. How can you be in the east and come and rescue all this thing? And this is under Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu. Peter Obi left what he was doing with other senators, Igbo senator, Eninaya Abaribe, went to Sanwo-Olu at Alausa to say, look, they say they are destroying a Igbo market in, what is it called, trade fair or something. That why is Lagos government doing this? They thought they have to reach out. He said, no, they built it in a canal. Only for them to come there with Rose Vivor. Badebo Rose Vivor is an architect. Bachelor's degree, University of Nottingham. One of the best in UK. Masters, MIT. Massachusetts Institute of Technology. That's why I had it. So he's a foremost architect. It's not a pushover. He went with them and he saw it. Why they took him was as an architect. He should know what is called physical planning. City planning. You don't do it. But the architect, anybody who's an architect, you can't teach him planning. They took and they saw there. He said, look at, there is no waterway. This is what Peter Obi went on behalf of Ndibo, said they're going to institute case. Where was Obi Cubana? Nowhere to be found. Now you now come back. People, because this is what I'm telling you, is what people are saying all over this thing. People will now say, okay, when we were crying, traders, Peter Obi came to our rescue, at least to talk to government and say, please stop. This should stop. Let us look into it. Even then, the market trade fair the land was given for that trade fair by the Federal Ministry of Trade and Commerce. It's a federal land. It's not Lagos State owned. I gave an example that if you go to Edo State, University of Benin, that land belongs to federal government, though it's in Benin because it's a federal university. So the market in Lagos, that trade fair, it belongs to Federal Ministry of Trade. It's not Lagos State land. So why should Lagos State be encroaching in it? That was the logic. Peter Obi came to their rescue to sympathize with them and they were crying. Where was Obi Cubana? Now, your tormentor, Tinubu, and the wife is not the person you want to be carrying billions about. Say, look, make we vote for them. You see, that is dead on arrival. We know say you no go work. But my pain is people should not be saying, when something like this happens, they say, hey, Ndibo don't criticize their own. Please, this video I posted here, whoever want to come and go and play it, get somebody who understands Igbo by your side. You've been interpreting line by what every minute you tell you what they are saying. The way they reduce him, some call that's not the way they didn't reduce him. You should be ashamed because this is in Igbo language. So when this type of thing is happening, people should just take it that nobody is happy. We don't as Igbo, we don't condemn evil. We don't. We expose it. We don't unless we do not know it. Why people respect Peter Obi is not because Peter Obi gives. Okay, do you know that Peter Obi went to Dominican University in Ibadan and donated 30 million? How much will it cost to buy delegate? Peter Obi is in the news either yesterday or today. He was at Dominican University. People hear me very well. DU, Dominican University at Ibadan. 30 million naira, his money. How much will it take to buy delegate? How much? If you take Peter to buy delegate, it will just go away. That is his man. Ibadan, is it in the southeast? It's Ibadan, Anambra State. But he's donating money. You know, as long as you have a good cause, education, health, call on him. He must give something. Or he will organize, it must do. So when we see people like this very clean, everybody is praying that let us have a taste of this man. If that is what God brought into this world for, let us have a taste of him. And with this type of people, then you now go and bring a dirty Obi Cubana to come and torment us for what? He hasn't stood up for what? Does he speak? Then let me now see the moral, how he will now go out. Even in his local OBA, his local, where Emeka Anyoko comes from, no, Emeka Anyoko is from Obusi, sorry. For Oba, where he comes from, next time to Onisha, it will be difficult for him. No matter the billion, you will now see people are already spitting at him. I will be surprised if he did not withdraw. I will be extremely surprised that Obi Cubana did not pull out. The tension. In fact, he made a short video but people ignored it. He said people should not drag him, that they know his inbox. If you talk to me in the inbox, then you come, we discuss. That is Obi Cubana short video. I saw it today because I've been searching around. But all these things I'm telling you is like pouring water on a stone. People are not listening. What we make people now, they say, oh, Obi Cubana has withdrawn. Then you now know that, yes, people are advising, say, better withdraw. Because his reputation has gone to, is in tatters now. Even when he hasn't started, the reputation has gone to, is in tatters. People feel that, who is Sheyi Tinubu? You now go and bow down to him. Yes, VDM, you may not agree with him, but he said, if you want to be senator, you can even support him. File for even chairman of your local government, House of Reps, State House of Assembly. We now know that you came, even if you are going under APC, it doesn't matter. But for you now to go and be doing Agbero work, boy, like that Lisa Njoku said, he will now be the head of Agbero that we organize. How do we snatch ballot box, grab it, hold it, and run with it? For who? For Tinubu. Tinubu, during the 2023, he never campaigned in the Southeast. He came to Enugu to tell them, I only slide bread. Why didn't you go the intense campaign? He didn't. He just organized, come there and start on the podium, say, giving the Igbo slide bread. And look at what we are witnessing. Look at Igbo economy in Lagos. It's not going, that is going to blazes. You look at a shop of a motor spare parts, averagely 400 million. That's what we are looking there. Particularly these people that sell a G-Wagon parts, it's over $1 billion in a shop. Then you set it up on fire at Ladepo everywhere. Impoverishing us under your government, and then the Obi Cubana will now come and carry money and be campaigning. If you remember one of the reactions, I mean, the VDM was reading, one of them said, this is a movie we have seen before and know how it ended. What he meant there was Joe Ibokwe, the one that was following Tinubu up and down all over Lagos. Tinubu gave him money during the elections. They go and convince Igbo in Lagos. They have a strong voting bloc that I need their vote. Joe Ibokwe came. I'm not hiding. Joe Ibokwe came, talked to Igbo, say, look, we do business here and we work here. So this is the time. Let us pay this man back. Let's leave it to be first. Did Igbo listen? Did Tinubu win Lagos? So the team paying them because they know that is the money wasted because it doesn't work. It's not worth it. If it were people like Oju Zokali, you say it's a criminal versus a criminal, you can go. But for Peter Obi, a near saint, if there's a man can be canonized, it's Peter Obi, Tondi Igbo, to today, and somebody is trying to, coming from Obi Cubana, when people ask you, what will he be saying? You will tell people, no, we need a Tinubu. Because he bring money, oh boy, may wanna come. Oh, this is how to do it. May wanna no forget about Peter Obi. Me, you tell an Igbo man lie that one. Well, we might not be prone to violence, but he knows that kite won't fly. I will be extremely surprised. I'm saying it today if he did not withdraw from that position, given the intensity of the criticisms coming his way. He must have been hearing all these things. People have not rested. People hear a big Cubana to come and campaign against Peter before Tinubu. When people are calling Tinubu OTP, those that sold the presidency to him said they won't sell it again to him. He has lost the north. Now he's looking east and west to see if he can garner vote, albeit through rigging. And Obi Cubana is now to be used as an agent to truncate Peter Obi's influence in the southeast. Although it won't work, but it's a shame. It's a shame. And people are not telling him, with the red cap you are wearing. So he hasn't got, unless he withdraws, then maybe with a bit of apology on the ground. Otherwise, his reputation is in the mud now. MUD. People must understand this. So please, when next people want to criticize Ndibo in terms of this, please look very well, you ask. We do not condone evil. We do not condone dirty characters. Otherwise, Oju Zokalo people are praising. Do you know that Oju Zokalo is retracting from what they are doing to Alex Oti? Because he just organized that they should topple Alex Oti, and people came out to insult him and then make jest of what he's doing. Now he's now withdrawing. The Benjamin Kallo has withdrawn the number 6 that carries it on his head as if he's the president. So this is because when you see a good character, and there are thieves among us, criminals, but we don't elevate them. Forget about all the noise. We don't. When the chips are down, people will tell you, no, this man is just a criminal. Leave and they get money from government. Let me stop here. Thank you.
CM, can we even say that the Alex Otion is a way for them to even test the water and see what the people will say about it?
Yeah, it backfired. Now, not only did it fail, it backfired full time, and they are regretting it now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Oga CM, for that deep, sincere submission. That's why I didn't stop you. Uh, I always like when people speak truth to power, regardless of whoever that is involved. As you all know me here, when you don't speak truth to power, I'll call you out. That wonderful from Oga CM. Not everybody that can give that kind of submission. Let's be honest to ourselves. Thank you very much, sir, for saying it how it is, regardless of whoever that is involved. If Obi Cubana did not refrain now, his name will fall, and it's gradually falling for the past 48 hours. To fall, that's it. Nigerians are suffering, and they are not smiling with anybody supporting the pains, they are facing. But nevertheless, I'd like us to quickly move on.
Sell this.